There are many ways to get better in Rust, but unfortunately not all of them are going to work for you. So that's why I'm gonna show you 15 of the best high-level tips and tricks in Rust. From the new building tips that will help you get rid of door campers, to a secret spots on the oil rig where you can damage your enemies through the ceiling, and crazy cargo ship exploit. I guarantee you won't know all of this, so make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel, and check out today's sponsor. Rustly is one of the fastest growing Rust websites with a lot of games to play, many deposit methods including skins, cards and crypto, and instant withdrawals with a store full of skins. You can climb 5 free cases by using code STELIC or clicking the link in the video description. You can battle against real players or bots in games like Case Battles, Coin Flip and even Minefield, and win cool skins. And if it's not enough for you, you can get a lot of bonuses and free cases every 24 hours. In fact, you can get 5 free cases right now if you click the link in the description or go to rustly.com and use code STELIC. And now, let's get back to the video. You can get inside the textures of a cargo ship, and it's very simple to do. The first step, you need to wait for the ship to sail into port. Next, you need to find or buy a horse and ride it right into the middle of this bridge, before the ship gets too close. This is the easiest and cheapest method I found, but it will really blow your mind. When the ship gets closer, the bridge will begin to move aside to open the passage, and you will stay on your horse in the air. At this point, the main thing is not to press any buttons and wait for the ship to pass through you. Now you just have to wait and watch the magic. Once you're inside the ship, you can choose when and where to jump off your horse to get to the best place. But be careful, because bots or other players might start shooting at you, so make sure that you have some mats. Otherwise, you won't be able to get where you want to go. I choose to stay right in the middle of the ship, so I could have a view in all directions. But you can wait a little longer and get to the very end of the ship if you want. Here you can see everything that happens to the sides, front, back and even above, so I really like this place. And at the right moment, you can just walk through the wall and loot the crate. On a large oil rig, you can use a trick that almost no one knows about. If you want to check if there is someone in the red room, you can do it from below by jumping on this barrel. From here, you can see through the floor to almost the entire red room and even the crate itself, giving you the information you need and a huge advantage over your enemies. But that's not all, because next I'll show you how to surprise your enemies. From the same spot, you can throw a Molotov as I show, and it will burn through the ceiling, and it does a lot of damage, so it will be very difficult to react. You can also surprise your enemy in the left corner by throwing a Molotov as I show, but this time it has to be thrown to the left side. As you can see, this Molotov did even more damage, leaving no chance for the enemy. So the next time you go to an oil rig, be sure to take a couple of Molotovs with you. I'm sure they won't go to waste. Many of you know how difficult it is to control a hot air balloon, but if you use cassettes, you can stop the balloon in the sky. It will just freeze in the air, and you can easily aim at your enemies from below. As long as the cassette is on the balloon, it will stand still. Once it's gone, the balloon will continue moving. So it's much better to throw them in the middle of the balloon, to keep them in place for a longer time, or to pick them up all the time so they don't fall out. And even if you run out of fuel, the balloon will stay in the air until you pick up the cassettes. As you can see, I took fuel from the tank, but the balloon is still hanging in the air and not moving. You can make a simple but very effective and quite expensive trap in the safe zone. To do this, you'll have to spend 300 scrap to buy a submarine in the fishing village. Next, you need to park it under one of these grids. There are only 2 of them in the large fishing village. Also, many servers have recyclers on these grids, which will make this trap many times better. Because as soon as you step on this submarine, you're dead. And since a lot of players will be using the recycler, the loot will stay in the recycler after they die, and you can pick it up for free. And to be safe near the recycler yourself, you can use a new bug that allows you to book the recycler. Let me show you what I mean. If you quickly close the recycler, select any emotion and press the E button, the recycler stays occupied by you, but you can still walk around it, run, jump and do other things, but no one else will be able to use the recycler. And if you press the tab button, the recycler will reopen, even if you weren't looking at it. Now let me show you another way to get rid of door campers. To do this, place a can alarm inside the base and run the wire outside through the doorway. Now every time someone walks by your door, you'll hear it immediately. And best of all, when you close the door, the wire doesn't disappear and it's practically invisible. But beyond that, you can also run the wire through the wall. To do this, you must first remove the wall, then place a can alarm inside, run the wire to the outside and cover it with the wall. Surprisingly, the wire doesn't disappear after you place the wall, and it works just as well as the first one. But most importantly, it can be broken, because the can alarm is inside the base. And if there are bushes near your base, you can also place a can alarm in them, so no one can catch you. This will be very useful if you build your base near the monument and can't place the foundation next to the bushes to remove them. This tip will definitely help beginners and even more experienced players. You can see absolutely nothing at night in Rust, and this can be used as an advantage. Always try to be on low ground at night. In this case, you will be able to easily spot enemies above you, because they will stand out against the sky. And the players above you won't be able to see you at all, because you will be against the black ground, so you cannot be seen. So by using such a small trick, you can gain a huge advantage in PvP over your enemies. The same advantage can be gained at sea with an insanely useful item, and that is binoculars. Not only can you check from afar what's going on at the oil rig or other monuments, but you can also see other players underwater. The main thing is to enable the display of nicknames in the game settings. Then you will be able to see the tags above the players both on land and underwater. It's a really broken mechanic of the game, but until it's fixed, you should definitely use it, especially considering that binoculars can easily be found in a barrel or any crate. It's certainly one of the most useful items in the game. The new bikes in the game will protect you from falling from any height. For example, you can use a bicycle to get inside the cave without using the elevator. The key is to do it slowly, so you don't get thrown off the bike. As you can see, I fell down, and yet didn't spend a single unit of health. And to make sure of it, I built a giant ramp. Right now, I've got 100 HP, and I'm just going to jump down from it. As you can see, I spent 65 health after the fall. Now let's do the same thing on the bike at full speed. As you can see, after a long flight, I haven't spent a single unit of health, so keep this trick in mind. If you misplace the TC by not placing it as close to the back walls as possible, and now you can build a shelf because of that, you can simply rotate the TC. In this case, its texture will become smaller, and you can build the shelf as usual. The same goes for walls. If you rotate them hard side in, they take up much less space, allowing you to easily place boxes inside your base. As you can see, right now I can't place the second box on the right side, but if I rotate the right wall, it will easily fit here. Then the wall can be rotated back. What was your favorite tip in this video? Write about it in the comments below. Because for me, the first tip was the craziest one. And I have one more question for you. If you are looking for a compact, simple, yet strong solo duo base, the Keeper is definitely for you. It has the best bunker system available, a one-way pick inside the base,